Good morning, folks. Welcome to May 17th, 2021. We are here keeping it real with Marie and Lionel. Lionel, how are you? How was the
Hey, good.
weekend?
I had a good weekend. I didn't get to play tennis, but the weekend was a good weekend. Had some rest. I had some entertainment, and so I enjoyed my weekend. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Welcome to all, and I do hope that you enjoy our show. But it's a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day, and we just
That's
have to
right.
give thanks.
That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
And today we have our special guest, Mr. Philip Canterbury, known in the entertainment arena as Philip Seven, the most debonair, handsome chap that the girls do follow. We know that. I've got a good
Yeah,
friend
yeah.
who loves Philip Seven. She just dies for Philip Seven, let me tell you. And I told her we were having him on this morning, so I'm sure she's glued. But before we get to
Oh
our
yes,
guests,
yes.
we've got a few topics that we just touch on so that when our guests come in, they can even add their 5 cents piece. And also, we would like to give our condolences to Sir Emil Straker's wife, um, Joyce Lady Straker, who passed away.
Hmm.
Um, I came to understand that she was the first female pilot in Barbados, and she was also the owner of the Plantation Tropical Spectacular, Lady Jane's Boutique, and the Banana Restaurant. I don't know much about the Banana Boat Restaurant. That would be more in your era.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's known also for her son, Dean Straker, who was part of Spice International, the musical band that was led by Alan Shepard.
Uh-huh.
Sad to say that she would have passed, and she would have been a very good person to have on our show, being the first
Yes.
female pilot of Barbados. I think that's exemplary and should be recognized. And we're always talking about these things where people aren't quote unquote recognized while they're alive rather than, you know, when they pass. And we also
That
have to
sounds
give
like
our,
today in history.
yeah,
Something to
yeah,
research where she is concerned.
definitely, definitely. So that means we have to look on the first of every female here, because the men usually have the floor on the first of most things. Um, and we also have to give our condolences to hotelier Robert Jeffrey Kinch. Oh man,
Yes, sincere
these
condolences to his family. I know his wife and his children, and a successful hotelier. So sincere condolences. You know, the beauty of that is on the other side is that he has his daughter slash children who are now managing the hotel. And we talk about
yes, good.
succession. Yes, it's
Yes,
very important
yes,
for families
yes.
to continue the succession and have their children involved in their business.
Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah. And for those who may not know, he would have opened Dover Beach Hotel in 1977. I won't tell anybody how old I was then. Um, he also served as a young soldier in the British Army in Aden, Canada, Germany, Malaysia, and Thailand, and returned in Barbados in 1969, willing and able, with the heart and soul, to contribute to the development of tourism in Barbados. So I think it's very sad to be losing such an individual, our own son of the soil, as we would say. It's very, very, very sad. Um, but, these things we have to make sure that these individuals are recorded and remembered as part of the history of Barbados. That's for sure. Um,
Hmm.
I was quite saddened about that to see. Of course, we have the exciting return of Sandals Barbados. It opened its doors over the weekend, and some of our guests came in. I'm sure Barbadians who are within the tourism sector who are now opening back up some of the hotels are quite happy to see this. And we also have the St. Joseph and the St. Andrew clinics that have reopened. Do you have any points on those since you're a countryman, Lionel?
Sorry, repeat that again, Marie. I lost it there for a moment.
For a moment. St. Joseph and St. Andrew's clinics, they've been now reopened.
Okay. Well, go on, because I'm getting a breakup. And here is the internet to be on my side seems to be dropping in and out.
Oh, dear. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we don't want to lose you this morning. We're usually very excited when we have you on. And when we lose you, we cry. So we're just happy to see that these two clinics have been reopened for the benefit of those persons who are living on the countryside of Barbados. And it should help to alleviate the excess individuals going to the various polyclinics, such as Winston Scott Polyclinic and Black Rock Polyclinic. I think there's one in Warrens. All of these now are very good options now for persons who are from the country. They don't have to trek all the way to this side of the island. Um, of course, we have a lot of other aspects that's happening in Barbados. Sadly, BSAC has officially been canceled for a lot of those athletes that were looking forward to being part of Carifta. This is very, very, very sad. Um, I'm not sure if they're going to be reviewing a lot more on how these young people take part in this sport that is happening in Barbados. One of the things that's very sad to see is that a lot of these children will be looking forward to the Olympics, and that means that they're going to be put back. Now, when we think of our students or children excelling in this arena when it comes to athletics, we always hope that this avenue affords them the opportunity to scholarships. What we do know is with the change, how should we put it? When they change up a lot of the when they change up a lot of the entry levels for the sporting arena, we know that these children work very, very, very hard to get as far as the Olympics. I hope Lionel is hearing me. Are you hearing me, Lion?
Sorry.
I've lost Lionel there. Can you hear me?
I can
You're
hear
hearing
you,
me?
Marie. It's just that yeah, I'm hearing you. It's fluctuating at times.
Mm-hmm.
So I can hear you now.
Okay, okay, okay. No, I was talking about BSAC. Do you have any points to add on BSAC?
I really my that I think time where really all activities should be placed on hold and start anew for 2022. And I believe that persons need to be vaccinated,
Mm-hmm.
and rather than oh, big issue now with World Olympics and
Yeah.
uh, as we saw the cancellation of the World Olympics, and I
Mm-hmm.
truly believe, and Japan is under severe pressure with regards to the COVID virus. Their numbers are increasing daily. So
Yes.
as regards to BSAP, I think that should be placed on hold next year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And look at that when you talk about when
We
you're
are
talking
still
about that.
under attack. Mhm.
Yeah. And when we talk about that, look at the West Indies. The West Indies are bringing three teams to the Caribbean. You're going to have South Africa, you're going to have Australia, and I think Pakistan. We're going to be here from the 3rd of June until mid August. And they're going to be using St. Lucia, Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, and I think Trinidad for those venues and create the bio bubble atmosphere for these games. So I don't know. We also have to see if they're going to have
But
CPL
here Trinidad is under lockdown. Trinidad,
again. Yeah,
what are we going to endanger the lives of the athletes and their family and coaches and so forth to have us? I it should be postponed until next year.
I think so too. I think so too. But be that as it may, we a lot of things are happening even if we go abroad. CDC has mandated federal mandate that persons who have been fully vaccinated can go around without wearing a mask. So right now, apparently, it's causing some confusion overseas because the nurses are acting up, saying that suppose you have somebody who is not vaccinated and they're not wearing a mask, they're saying that that puts them in a predicament as well. So I mean, all of these changes that they're trying to bring forth and move fast, it's a bit taxing on a lot of people mentally as well as emotionally. All right,
I think I may
Lionel.
have miss you just now, but you can repeat. I may miss your question if it was a question that was asked.
No, no, no. I was just making a point on the CDC that's authorizing persons not to wear masks.
The thing is about that. It's you. I mean, there's no identification card that you have been vaccinated and so CDC is relying on individuals to be honest and know, well, if I'm not vaccinated, well, I'm not going to go into a bar, not going but it's very hard to and very difficult to police um something like that because as far as businesses and those are concerned, there has been no clear guidance.
Hmm.
Um, and some persons are saying that it is too soon to say not to wear a mask when you're going to establishment. So they're looking
Yeah,
at the governors, they're looking at the state, they're looking
yeah.
their own systems in terms
Hmm.
of whether you enter there with or without a mask.
Correct,
It's
correct.
a very hard thing to individuals who a bar eat and drink. Uh, I know if look, I have not been vaccinated. It's
Hmm.
they're relying on persons' honesty, and I really think that that's going to be a serious challenge because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
human beings after all.
Correct, correct. Now, without
Hmm.
further delay, because we don't want to lose you during the show, normally we discuss a lot of things on mornings so that our guests can be part of it. And we have Mr. Scandalberry, who would join us at this time. He is the lead singer, and he can correct us because this is something we would have Googled and researched, and manager of the band Masala. I think I've heard him once or twice at, I think it was Shipping. Oh Lord, I can't talk about Shipping because that's years ago now. I don't even think they still have a Shipping. And I've passed through to Lawrence Gap, and it was so different. So I don't know. He would enlighten us to tell us, if those venues are still open. And I'm sure most persons are intrigued to find out a little bit about him, as well as the fact of his beginnings and his present time position within the entertainment field. Now, without further ado, let us bring in Mr. Scantleberry. And if we do lose Lionel or other co hosts, we'll have the bringing, which is Alamayu Debaya. So, welcome to Mr. Scantleberry. Oh, there he is. How are you this morning?
Hi, good morning. I'm good, and you?
Oh, I'm fresh as a tulip.
Okay, that's
And
good
I'm
to hear.
hoping I'm hoping Lionel remains a hibiscus because he comes on mornings all happy go lucky, and then poops, he leaves us. But it's not our fault. He is in the middle of the island.
Okay,
So, yeah, he's in the middle of the island. So, where he is, for some reason, those fellas that are called internet doesn't stream right up to him. And I think he has the bigger, what you call it, a bigger system or whatever it is, more megabytes or whatever. And he would be going cool, cool, cool with us this morning. He's hearing us, but sometimes he gets a bit of a delay. And he has
okay.
lots of questions for everyone. And sometimes he just can't say. He might type them or something like that. I could see him there just smiling. So, Philip,
Yes, please.
how have you been during this pandemic?
It's been rough. It's been difficult at sometimes.
Yes.
You know, I'm accustomed going out at night and working and having that freedom of traveling, and everything just stopped. So
Yeah.
it's been a big change in your lifestyle, in my lifestyle, and how I move around and how I connect with people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Because you would have been from the industry where you play mostly at night. And was it
Yes.
staged mainly within the hotel or different venues, apart from
Well,
hotels?
I came up in that era of I happen to be on the cusp of the old school. When you start singing or any entertainment in Barbados, you start in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then the internet and all that came in, and then like clubs and you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm part of both the new age and the old age. So I still do both. So I still work in hotels. I still do the other stuff as well. And if you find
Okay.
the newer bands or the younger bands start now, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
them don't play in hotels. They just do little bar gigs and stuff like that. Or
Oh.
live on the internet or stream or something like that. So that
Oh.
hotel industry, yeah, the guys that have been doing it for the last 30 years are still there.
Wow. Now,
Yeah.
let's go back a little bit for some of the folks. You're originally from Eagle Hall?
Yes, I grew up in Eagle Hall. Right there, if anybody know Eagle Hall, we saw a shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
right in the back there by the post office. We call Bel-Air or All Kings, as we're from.
okay,
And
well,
Tino is from
uh-huh.
there too, Tino Banks. So we grew
Oh,
up together.
oh, lovely. So that meant you played a little cricket in the road with.
Yeah, yeah. In the cylinder
Okay.
school, not cricket in cylinder school, man.
Oh,
Not
okay.
fights in cylinder school too.
Well, let's fizzy on a little bit further up now because I saw that you went to school at Roebuck Secondary School.
Yes, I'm a
Okay.
student robot, yes.
So you were there
And
before it moved.
no, actually, I was there. My last year was when it became Louis Lynch, but it was I went to school when I was in White Park Road. I wasn't in Robert Street when I was in Robert Street. I was the
Right.
new school. Yes, it's in White
Okay.
Park Road. Yeah. And
Okay.
Miss Gemma
Okay.
was my headmistress,
Mm,
and Mr. Blackman. I know Mr. Blackman. He became the headmaster of Dayton Griffith. So
mm-hmm.
yeah,
What
so
was
I
it
was.
like?
Yeah,
Because a lot
it
of
was
people
great.
don't know Roebuck Secondary School.
No, they
They're
don't.
not going to know it.
Robots.
Little. So give us a little history on it for your experience at school.
Robert was a very small school. It was right in the heart of town, right near Wick Park. So we had a few little weird instances of people escaping district air police station and running through the school.
What a time!
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We had like mad men walking onto the premises, so it was weird. But it was nice. We didn't have much ground, so a lot
Mm-hmm.
of stuff you couldn't do. But we still
Mm-hmm.
found ways to go and buy mappy bread, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
What's
still
mappy
found ways.
bread?
You
What's
know
that
what
bread?
map bread is? A map bread is a this guy used to operate in Bank Hall, and he had a
Okay.
small little pastry shop, and he used to
Mm-hmm.
bake sweet breads, and he used
Oh.
to stick the cheese. He would cut it in half and put the cheese in the middle of it. So when he
Mm-hmm.
closed it, the cheese would melt. So you get this nice coconut sweet bread with
Ooh.
melted cheese in the middle.
And I had breakfast.
Man, yeah, man, you had to get there early though because you gotta compete with the at that time with the guys from Lynch's secondary.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, man, Lynch's and Comamere.
What come and doing
Yeah,
all up
man.
there? What if?
But Comere, well, if you look at the scheme of things, Comere wasn't too
Uh-huh.
far from Bank Hall, it just ran
Well,
down the
fair
hill.
enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
you had to get there pretty, and I know the ornaments, I'm like 50 mop breads.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and a mop bread back then was $1, so you would charge people $1.25 or $1.50 for it. So that is your commission for going to get it.
But it's no wonder they're now saying in the news that Barbados is the 12th most expensive island in the world. You could imagine, and we're just a
Yeah, I
dot.
heard that.
We're just a dot. The 12th
I
most.
heard, yeah,
We know that already. We've been expensive for years, and we have
it
to be
has been.
expensive because of the quality that we have to offer. I think that's why. But I mean, it should be expensive for us, but still, it is definitely expensive. So
Yes, it is.
when you left Roebuck,
Mhm.
what was your journey after that? How did you encompass getting into music?
Well, I was always a singer. I learned to sing from my mom. She does a lot of singing in the kitchen on Sundays. You know how that Sunday cooking goes, you know? You have all
Yeah.
the oldie goldies and you sing and you're cooking.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I used to enjoy hearing my mom sing, and I used to help her cook too. I'm a great cook.
Mm,
And yeah,
chef, Chef Philip. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I always used to sing, and singing made me, it was a sign, it was a way of comfort for me. When just being me, I would sing. But at
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
school, you know how school goes. They start singing, shut up, you sound bad. They don't even care.
But of
They don't care if you sound good or not. You just kids just love to insult you. So I
but
stopped singing for a very large portion of my school life until I got in my fifth year. Yeah.
uh-huh.
And I
Uh-huh.
and I did a concert to raise funds for the volleyball team because I'm big into sports.
Yeah, but I can see
Um,
that. I can see that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Don't let me show
I'm
mine.
a huge
Mm-hmm.
fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I met a guy called Samuel Gittins.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel Gittins, he's a prominent designer, clothing designer in Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
He's at Lodge now. He went to school there.
Mm-hmm.
Real cool guy. And he
Mm-hmm.
had a group called Zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Zodiac was comprised of models, which he designed clothing for them, dancers, and he had singers in the group. And he heard me sing at the concert because he helped with the concert and stuff.
Right.
And he thought that I was phenomenal. And he said, "Yo, I'm looking for singers. Would you be interested in joining Zodiac?" And
Mm.
that's how my musical career started. And
Wow.
yeah, and the first person he introduced me to was John King because he used to design clothing for John King for his soca appearances on stage. Yes, he
Mm-hmm.
was John
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
King. And that's where I met John King. And John was like, okay, this guy got talent. And I was in a group called Suave. And
Yes.
and then that's how I got introduced also to Chris Allman and
Mm.
Slam City Studios. And that was where we recorded some background vocals for John King and for Bumba and for anybody that needed background vocals. And then from there, we kept moving. Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. So when you
Mhm.
started on that journey, did you think that you would be at this point in your life? I mean,
No, no,
did you
no, man.
did you did you have any hiccups along the way?
I have had so many hiccups, but I would never change anything. If I had to go back
Mm.
in time, I wouldn't change a damn thing because it's those hiccups that made me the person I am today. Like
Beautiful.
when I was in Sim Suave, the group broke up,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to figure out what I'm going to do. But
Right,
if the group
right.
didn't break up, I would be here today. So that's when I entered Richard Stoke Teen Talent on my own. But the group enters Teen Talent before that. I did that
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
my own, and I met a guy called Ryan, and he auditioned for the Amman Beach band. That in at Amman
Mm.
Beach, the hotel,
Yes,
right in
yes.
Old Town.
Mm-hmm.
They had their own in-house band. He auditioned for
Right.
that, and for this other guy called Eon Small, for a band called Acoustic Blue, and he got both gigs.
Wow.
And he told me, yeah, he both of them wanted him, and he had to choose, so he decided to go with the Amman band because he had more benefits. And he
Right,
told me
right.
about Eon and Le Groove. Acoustic Blue, and I
Mm-hmm.
talked to the guy, called the guy, and I signed for him and said, yeah, sure, let me go. So that was
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
first working, being paid, or entry into the professional world of entertainment.
So you mean
Yeah.
that you were singing without being paid before?
Yeah, yeah, of course, me a star. You ain't getting paid, man. Come on, man.
You
That's
weren't
like your
getting a,
internship.
but you weren't
Yeah,
getting a
you got it.
stipend, no stipend.
But well, no, man. I mean, like the most we did was like little gigs at school fairs. I
Okay,
think you ain't getting paid.
okay,
Only paying for the school fair, but you
okay.
getting the practice and the exposure. We
Right,
did free
right.
ads for the radio stations. We did all kinds of stuff just to get your name out there.
Well, I have to
And
look for those free ads. We talk about what in the '60s or the
no,
'70s,
no, come on,
'80s?
no, no. Yeah, that's been like,
Because we
but
don't
I
want anybody
mean,
to know your age, Philip. We want them to make sure you're still sweet
it's true.
16. Okay, you're still sweet 16. Don't fool yourself. I'm sweet 60. My birthday was last week, so hey,
Oh,
mm,
congrats. Oh, happy belated.
thank you. And I'm still sweet 16.
There you go. There you go. Once you feel it, that's what you will live.
That's right. That's right.
So
Now,
I mean, mhm.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm now working in the hotel industry.
Right.
I'm being paid. I remember when I first got the gig, and this is very funny. If my mom hear me say this, she would kill me. But
Oh Lord.
I got the music because I was living home at that time, and
Hmm.
I told my mom I got the gig, and she was very very happy for me. So I'm getting the music that I have to learn. So there's a whole
Right.
list. I got like 30 songs to learn. So now,
Wow.
and when you're yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you gotta go fat repertoire, and I know I'm
Oh,
now getting it. So they give me a whole
that's a
heap of songs.
that's a big word, Philip. Repertoire. Yes. Go ahead.
And on rehearsing,
Hmm.
my mom told me, call back the man. Tell you can't do it because you so bad.
Oh no. You're kidding. No, 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 no,
No.
no.
Ah,
My
that was so
God.
funny. My mom
She
told me to call back the guy
go
and tell
back the
him that
guy
he
because you
can't do the
so
gig.
oh
I'm so bad.
no. You gotta be kidding. No.
No, man. I thought it was funny. I told my mom, this is what you call rehearsal. You're supposed to sound bad.
Because
I'm
we
now
just
learning the
rehearsing.
song. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm learning the song for the first time. I'm
Uh-huh.
getting the intonations, the timing, the
Right.
phrasing, everything.
Right.
Pitch, key. So you can be off, you can be wobble, your timing can be bad. So
Mm.
so I didn't pay my mom no mind. But my
Hmm.
mom, I don't know, she was just afraid to come and hear me. It took her 2 years, two
You're
years to
kidding.
come and hear me sing. No, it took her
Wow.
2 years. So when she came, she was so nervous. And it was I was playing at Coney Club at the time, and she came.
Hmm.
Man, and she was blown away. People jumping in the pool, and she had a ball, and she was like, "Oh my God, you sound really good." I was like, "Yeah, I'm supposed
Tell
to
her
sound
you should
good."
have told her acoustics. That's what you should have said. Acoustics, mom. Acoustics. Because you can practice in the
But
shower, you can
yeah,
practice, and just sing. And then, of course, when you're in a different room, it sounds different.
yeah,
I probably
yeah,
sound
but
bad too. I don't know.
probably not. I don't think so. So I mean, I was with the band. The band was playing. You know, it was a nice vibe. So she just saw me in my element and in my form. So it's a different when you're home singing with a radio
Hmm.
versus when you're on stage and
Correct.
the lighting and everything. So
Correct. Correct. Correct.
so she was blown
So
away. And
now,
but
uh-huh.
the one thing a lot of people don't know about me is during that course, obviously, um, I had to find some sort of income before I started again, really get into singing.
Right.
So I'm actually the youngest professional potter on the island.
What? You're
Yeah, I'm a
kidding.
potter. No, I'm
Oh
a
my
potter.
God. Oh,
Yes. So I
so
did pottery for 13 years.
13, and who did you do it with, by the way?
I used to work in Pelican Village with Mr. Hamilton Wiltshire. He's my mentor. And
Okay.
he owned a pottery store down there called Indigenous Potteries. Now he's
Yes.
situated in up Harrison's Cave in St. Thomas. His workshop is up there.
Oh,
Right?
beautiful. And I
Yeah.
did a bit of pottery, but mine was with Miss Gloria Chung.
Oh, Gloria. Yeah, I know Gloria well. I know
Long
Gloria very
time
well.
ago. Yes,
Yeah, you just
she
ask
was
her
an
about me. She
excellent
knows me
teacher.
very well.
Yeah, I, she was an excellent teacher in pottery,
Yeah,
and it
she
it,
did.
it really give me, how should I? It soothes you when you're actually making
Molding.
pottery.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I
So
actually have a.
I throw.
You do what?
It's called throwing. I'm a thrower. I throw. So
Oh,
there are
you.
different types of pottery. The
Okay.
casting,
Uh
there's
huh.
hand building,
Uh
and
huh.
then there's throwing.
What's
Yeah.
throwing? You throwing the clay?
Throwing
What?
is you take the piece of clay and you throw it onto the wheel and the wheel spins.
Oh,
Call it throwing
okay.
because you throw the clay onto the wheel.
Yeah, I didn't throw mine. I had to wait for mine to. I wasn't good with that part because you know it would go
Okay.
wobbly
Yes, of course.
and do all kind of strange things. But
Yes, yes.
when I did my little stint with pottery, I enjoyed it. The feel of the actual clay is because
Very
it's nice and
therapeutic.
cool in your hand. It's very very nice. Now, a lot of people would try to understand. You didn't go out as Philip Canterbury. You came out as Philip Seven. Why seven?
Well, seven is a spiritual number, we all know. You
Hmm.
know, have 7 days in the week. God rests on the Sabbath day. Everything biblical always refers to the number seven. They call it the perfect number.
Hmm.
And I just found it to work for me. It's just my favorite number to work. So,
Mm.
but not what I was supposed to come up with. They made a what we call a error. Uh, where they put my name in front of it. It wasn't supposed to be Philip Seven. It's supposed to be a seven, but hey, they made a mistake and they put Philip and they thought the seven was a mistake and it was just some muddle thing and that's what it was and that's what it is now. So
Wow,
that was a mistake.
that was a mistake. But you know,
Yeah, yeah.
nobody's gonna say Seven Philip now, because for
No,
years
no, no,
we've
no.
known you as Philip
No,
Seven,
no,
and
no.
it suits you, and it suits you,
Yeah, it
it suits
works.
you.
It works. It
Right,
works. So it happened for a reason. So it works.
right. Now,
Mm,
you said you enjoy singing, you love to
mm,
sing, but it's listed here two things other than singing that you do. You're a
mm.
songwriter,
I
and you're
am.
also a guitarist.
Yes, I am.
Now,
I can play.
how did you come about playing the guitar?
Well, when I was in the group Acoustic Blue,
Hmm.
there were only three of us, well, four of us. There was a drummer, the bass player, the guitar player, and me, the singer.
Hmm.
But what happened is the guitar player, he loves the solo. If he could solo the whole night, he was solo the whole night. But he couldn't
Oh
do it
Lord.
because he didn't have that backing. If he had a keyboard player,
Right.
yes. So he said, Philip, you know what? I know he was only thinking about himself. If you could play guitar,
Hmm.
he'd be able to solo, that I
Hmm.
can keep the chords and rhythm and stuff like that. And I said, okay. And I learned to play guitar from there. And it was hard, but Gradually went to lessons, and then the same guitarist Keon, he taught me some stuff, and gradually I learned songs and just kept moving on, and it became a part of my whole thing to play and sing. So I can play guitar and
Wow.
sing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Excellent.
not a
So,
phenomenal guitarist, but I can play the chorus of the songs and sing. That's the hard part. To play that rhythm and to
mhm.
sing is extremely.
So what about your songwriting?
Yes,
How did all of that blend together now?
well, naturally as a singer, you want to write your own music.
Okay.
There's a natural progression. Some people are good at it, some people aren't. But for me, nobody was giving me a song. you know, Nobody say, "Hey, you're a singer. Here's a song." That don't happen.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
you write your own music, especially when you're in a band. And most bands,
Right.
the lead singer is the songwriter in most
Right.
bands.
Right.
And
Right.
and when it was in acoustic blue, what happens that the natural progression was to move out of the hotels into the nightclub, which we
Mm-hmm.
did, and
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
became Le Groove. So
Hmm.
we went from acoustic blue to Le Groove, and it
Right.
did rock music. Yeah, and we became a rock band, and I played rock music for 5 years. I was in a rock band for 5 years, and all I
Right.
knew was rock music, rock alternative. That was it. That's all I sang.
Ah,
That's all I sang.
it
Yeah,
says it says here, which you touched on just now, the name Acoustic Blue then changed to La Groove,
yeah.
and you sometimes did a bit of R&B and reggae style, and this
That's
became
after.
this is after.
That's after that. That's where the transitions and things when things went that you said went bad or things were tough.
Right.
Those tough things made me who I am because the group broke up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I became a member of the Tony Norville project, which everybody knows as the foreplay or foreplay band
Correct.
of
Uh-huh.
40 people. It was foreplay and it became 40 people,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
right? As Philip Forster, Tony Norville,
Yes.
that's correct.
Shane
Uh,
Forster.
yeah, Shane, that was Shane in the
Mm-hmm.
early days, Jermaine, and then I had the best musicians on it, Scott God, Darian, and thing playing drums that used to play for Crossfire, what's his name, Sherwin. So
Mm-hmm.
like, Philip playing bass. So we had the best, they had the best of the best. Scott God playing guitar. You know him from Red Boys.
Yes.
Correct. So I worked with those guys, and that's when I had to learn. I had to flip to then learn the R&B, the hip hop, and the reggae, which and soca, which I didn't care about none of those genres for 5 years. So I was out the loop.
So you were
You know,
not into soca at all. You weren't
no,
into
not into
calypso
soca
at
at all.
all.
No
Mm-hmm.
soca, no
I
R&B,
can't.
no
I
reggae.
actually cannot hear you or see you sing soca. I don't
I do,
remember hearing you sing soca. That's the truth.
I do
I
sing
can.
soca,
Yeah.
and I do have a lot of soca songs. And one of them is with Skinny Fabulous, which was aired on an ABC series, season two, episode one. It's something called Chasing Life, and it
Oh, I
was the
never saw
background
that.
music of Party. Yeah, so you can go look for it. 20 minutes in season two, episode one, or season two, episode two, one or two.
Hmm.
20 minutes within, it was a beach party, and the song played, and it was played
Chasing,
well for me.
chasing. What did you call
Chasing
it?
Life,
Chasing life.
Chasing
Oh,
Life,
who were the
Chasing
stars?
Life. See, I can't remember the stars, but it's a series about this young lady. She had cancer and she survived cancer. So, and she
Ah,
lived her life very safe. And then after the cancer, she said, "No, what? I'm going to live." So she started
right,
living. She started doing things
right.
that she never thought that she would do. And
Beautiful.
she was on a beach party. She went to a party with some friends. And
Mm-hmm.
my song is called Bend Your Back, me and Skinny Fabulous. That be song
Mm-hmm.
that she partied on the beach.
Bend
Yeah,
your
man.
back.
Bend Your
You wrote
Back,
that.
me and
You
Skinny Fabulous.
did you
I
write
wrote
that
that
one?
song. Yeah, I wrote all of most of my solos, or all of the solos.
So so tell me,
Yes,
how did you come up with that particular song, Bend Your Back?
but I was working with a producer called KB Sharp, right? Hit Islands Records, and
Mm-hmm.
he's a very different producer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
we tend not to do the conventional soca stuff. We try to
Okay.
do a cross that, trying to make it more mainstream, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, when he sent me the rhythm, um, I came up with this title of the song, "Don't Spill Your Drink." So the idea of the song was when you're in a party, are you partying hard and having fun? Just don't spill your drink. That you're wasting the alcohol. As a drinker, you're wasting the alcohol. That's basically throwing away money. So that was the
Uh-huh.
whole concept behind it. So me and
Okay.
Skinny Fabulous, we're in the same management company, which is Pyramid Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We're from the city, yeah. So we know each other well.
Right.
And I told him I have a soca song, and I would love him to sing on it. And the man told me sure. And I told him the name of it, and he was here in Barbados, and I went pick him up, and I took him to the studio, and he freestyled it. So I told him, yo,
Oh.
the name is "Don't Spill Your Drink," right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so he introduced the song. So he said, two vodka and cranberry, and now she feels sweet like Cadbury. So drop on your knees right in front of me, and make sure you can handle me. Just bend your back, sink in your back, but don't spill the drink that you got. You understand?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. I
correct, but
you you got me lost with that one. I actually think I have to look
girl,
for that
girl,
song.
I got you lost with a lot of music. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because
So,
it's very interesting to note that you have a repertoire of music, and
mhm,
sadly enough, and I think a lot of
that's
Barbadian entertainers have a problem where their
uh,
music is not played enough on the radio. They
uh,
tend to we keep it real here, okay? We keep it
we keep it real,
real.
okay? We
Our
keep it
guests
real.
always keep it real with us, and we love for them to give their views. We don't go derogatory or anything, but it is your livelihood. And we understand
Mm,
that the difficulty is we listen to the Beyonces. Don't around, we're listening to Rihanna because Rihanna is a Barbadian artist. However, she's internationally known. And
mm.
someone said to us on a previous show is, have you ever heard of a Calypso Grammy?
No,
I think if we had to go back, the only person who ever that I recall, and anybody can correct me,
Sparrow,
that no, Arrow with Hot Hot Hot
Arrow. Oh yeah,
from
Arrow. Yes, not
Montserrat.
Sparrow. Arrow.
Yeah,
Mm.
he was the only body I know
But
that
you
ever won a
know,
Grammy.
Charles Lewis has something just like that.
Yeah, I think
But he,
yes,
he is him, Celine Dion, and someone else. They got a
yes,
special award.
yes,
Yes,
yes, yes,
I didn't
yes,
know
yes.
Charles won, but
I
I think
recollect
Charles
that.
just yeah,
Yeah,
and Charles Lewis
I
did a lot.
and at times you realize that yes, they want people to be integrated into the
Mm.
world of music internationally. Even Morgan Heritage, I think it was. If it
Yes,
wasn't Morgan Heritage, I think it was what's his name? The Marley brother. One, not the Marley brother, the Marley's son, the,
Which
the, the
one?
shorter
Which
one.
one? Ziggy?
Zig
Or not the other
was
one. I know which one you mean. Yes.
anyhow, one of them was on the stage, and I
I
think they were awarded something sometime back. And
okay. I know which
I
one you mean.
I think reggae has a very big influence in the international
Because of
world
Bob.
as well.
Because of Bob.
Yeah,
Because of
but it's
Bob.
it's not as recognized as it should be. You know, I'm not saying that persons who
But
get
you
their
get an award for reggae now. Coffee got a Grammy for her
yeah,
album.
but that's one in a million.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but it's
I
still
think they should
recognized.
have. I think you should still recognize across the board because how is it you can have Americans, Canadians, and British coming to the Caribbean and dance to our music?
Hmm.
And I'm not just talking about Barbadian music. I'm talking about our music within the Caribbean because we have a genre of music, and
Not
especially
on-
Barbados, we have a very historical type of music. We're going back to
we do.
Jackie Opel.
Yeah.
So
Not only that, Caribbean music is the mother, believe it or not, especially reggae, the mother to rap.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know
Okay.
that because when the reggae artists, while DJs were playing in New York and those places in the streets, they
Mm-hmm.
got side A and side B of the album. The
Yes.
record got side A and side B. Side A was this music, and then side B would just be the version, that's just the rhythm. And the
Yes.
DJs would chant on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would just
Yeah.
chant. So they would create their own lyrics on the rhythm. And the American public, the guys in the street realized, yo, this is pretty cool. And that's what they
Mm-hmm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the sampling era came in. And they were sample music
Mm-hmm.
and rap on it. And then eventually then copyright laws came in, stopping you from using songs. Or if you did use a song, you had to pay for it. And that's how the
Yes.
rap industry became the rap industry. So
Right.
that's just a small bit of history there. So
Yes.
yeah, the Caribbean, we're basically the brainchild of a lot of music when it comes to black
I
music
think
in
so.
the
I think so. And it's sad to see that. Well, I haven't had the opportunity to really listen to the station. I have had, I listened, I think, to it once, but I was on the go in the car. And
Mhm.
I think Tisha Hines is the
Mhm.
um, announcer
Yeah,
for,
DJ,
for
DJ.
yeah, DJ for that station. But I was watching something. We're going to get back to you. But I just touched on this because I know, like minded individuals like yourself, I know it is hard. And for me, I appreciate my local music. I honestly, I do. She had some interviews where I think last week she had Biggie Irie. But before that, she had, was it Sean Paul? Just give me the light. Is that Sean Paul?
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
me,
Jean Paul.
he's Jamaican.
Yes.
I ain't got nothing against, you know, people having an interview in
Mm.
Barbados that are from a different country. But you're having a local radio station, a streaming radio station, whatever it is. Bring on locals. Why Sean Paul? I just found
Well,
it
I
weird.
mean, but that is where everything it
Why
is
did they bring
hard
you
to
on? Why did they bring on Bumble? Why did they bring on Donkey? Bring
okay,
on
that
somebody local.
the thing is, all right, because I'm local, you can see me every day. You see me in the supermarket, you see me getting gas, you see me passing on the street, and I'm
Uh,
acceptable, right?
mm-hmm,
When you
mm-hmm.
bring on an international artist, you don't see them. You would never see them nowhere, no how, unless they're on television. So when somebody bring that artist on as a live interview and as a connection that you're having, that's a once in a lifetime thing. So people more
Mm-hmm,
appreciate that because they don't get to see that person every day. They get to see a
mm-hmm.
Bamba. They could go in Bamba workplace and talk to Bamba. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
So I
where he
think,
works, so I don't know.
he has a government job, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
last time.
I get what
You
you're
know,
saying, but I
that's the
think if we
problem.
start at home, start at
Yes,
home. Just start at
it is.
home.
There are two sides of that coin, and I understand two sides because I'm in the artist seat, and also I also do promotions as well. So I
Mm-hmm,
know
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
the two of the complications that you have. Where as a promoter, I would like to have the agent artist all the time, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I have to
Mm-hmm.
look at the end of the day. What I'm getting into this for is money.
Mm-hmm.
What makes money sense? Do I
Right.
hold a local show? How often can I hold this local show? How
Right.
often will the people come up to hear the same local artist, or how many local artists have enough songs that can generate that revenue, bringing people through the gate?
Mm-hmm.
But if I have local artists plus a reggae artist of Jamaica, it's a totally different mind game. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yes.
You,
Yes.
you
Yes.
understand? So you're caught between. I would love to support my Bajan artists and give
Yes.
them all the work,
Yes.
but can it sustain itself? Like when I was in the Tony Norval band, Tony said she's only singing her original music. That's it. She's not doing any more covers. She's just promoting her music. It was
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
brilliant. It was lovely. People loved it. They love her music. She has an amazing
Yes.
voice. But
Yes.
4 months later, 5 months later, I'm coming to
Mm.
see you every Thursday night, right? That means I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing you 4 times of the month
Mm.
every week.
Mm-hmm.
5 months down the line, I'm hearing you singing the same sounds. It isn't like you're touring where you're moving from one venue to the
Greatest to
next.
another. Yes, yes.
You know, you're playing the same venue,
Mm-hmm.
basically same people
Yes.
every week.
Yeah.
You understand the problem? Where I
Yeah.
would love to come and sing my music every day,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually Barbados is too small, and the people were like, okay, you know what? If it's down one this week, you know, ain't like she can change the songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
She,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
I get
it's
it.
not back to, you know, you can
Yeah.
say A, but then you still have these other gray areas that you know that
Yes.
makes the situation. So
Yeah.
I can't argue and say that they're wrong because at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, it's all about the
Mm-hmm.
radio station is all about audience. You must have that audience.
Audience.
That
Yes.
audience.
Yes.
Once you
Yes.
captivate that audience, that's where the radio station make money from. People want to interview because you have that clientele base. If you
Yes.
have 100,000 people logging on to your radio station,
Mm-hmm.
you get more advertisement.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
it works. That's how it
Mm-hmm.
works. So you got
Mm-hmm.
to do what you need to do to bring the people to the radio station. And sometimes, to be very honest and being real, a lot of us as the local artists, we can do it, but we can't do it so long because you know we don't. It's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
So we gotta outsource. So the idea is not to forget us, it's just to include us in what you're doing. And I believe with including us, it works. But we cannot be 90 or 100%. Not right now, but eventually, maybe in the future we can. But right now, it's best that we are part of the whole and not the whole itself.
Right. I think Mr. Alamayo agrees with you. Um, he was there sending some questions there. He wanted to
Sure.
ask
How you
you,
doing, sir?
Alemayu, he wanted to ask you, the first question I forgot to ask was if you sell the pottery or if you used to sell the pottery.
But I used
I
to
don't
sell
know.
pottery, but again for the company. But I'm trying to get my own workshop because I missed it. I love doing it. It's a part of me,
Yeah.
and I love using my hands. I'm a hands-on person, so I also do welding. I did welding for a year. I did
Hmm.
woodcraft for a year or two. So you know, I'm into
Man of many trades. And
man
then
of many trades. Yeah.
he asked, I don't know where he was asking this point. How did you handle the changes? I'm not sure
The
which
changes,
changes you refer to.
well, changes in the genres. Change is hard. Just remember, change is hard,
Hmm.
but change is necessary.
Hmm.
Nothing
Hmm.
happens unless there's change. Guy
Correct.
once told
Correct.
me, try to get comfortable being
Hmm.
uncomfortable. Because when you're
Hmm.
uncomfortable, things happen.
Right.
Nothing happens
Right.
when you're comfortable, you
Right.
know?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
I had to learn that, for me to become what I want to become, there has to be a certain amount of discomfort. You don't
Yes.
want it, but it
But
happens.
yes.
For anybody to become a master of their craft, you have to put in the time. And putting in
Yes.
that time is hard work.
Hard.
It doesn't come easy.
Definitely. 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 And he also agreed with your last comments about diversity in the type of music being played on the radio. He
Mm,
said he agrees with you because I might look at it from one vantage point, but as an entertainer, you're looking at it that, as
mm.
he said here, we should all be one Caribbean. So give
Correct.
everybody a piece of the cake. Let's help each other out on the market and see how far we can get within this industry. I think that's what he was getting at in terms of agreeing with what you were saying, right, Alimayu? Right. Your mic off. Your mic is off,
Yeah,
Alimayu.
I can't hear you. Yeah. Still can't hear
Can't
him.
hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was listening
Let me
backstage.
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
can
can
hear you
hear
now.
you.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Mm.
Right. So, what I was going to ask is how I know that Philip Seven is into multiple genres of music. There's not one genre at this point in time. But how what's his take on how people in Barbados, musicians in Barbados, can get the music on a I'm not even saying global scale as yet. I'm talking regionally because I mean within recent times, like in Jamaica, you're hearing they're playing a lot of soca now, and they have their own, their own carnival and stuff. You know, before that was never even a thing. You
Right,
understand?
right.
So my question is how from your vantage point, you being in the whole thing itself, how you see or was your solution on how we can bring the soca, whether it's the Bajan soca or the Trinidadian soca, whatever type of Caribbean music onto global scale
Mm.
or even the regional scale because I mean we supposed to be one Caribbean here, so I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
you should be able to I should be able to leave here and go to St. Lucia, Guyana, Trinidad, Jamaica, Virgin Islands. I hear my
Mm-hmm.
tunes sing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a very interesting question. But the thing is, there's so many layers to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me start in the beginning. The
Wow.
major problem I have, and we keeping it real. I like this thing, keeping it real. The major problem I have is it starts at home, right?
Yes, yes.
We dictate what is popular. That means the people dictate,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in dictating what is popular,
Mm-hmm.
then the rest everybody picks that up. So if the radio station playing, if all the radio station in Barbados playing a song and make that song popular, the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the Caribbean, the rest of the world, everybody can believe that song is the best song coming out to the island. Correct?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. That I find that is where the problem starts. For
Mm.
example, we're now getting songs out of Barbados that people are complaining about. Like that song of Boxy Brawling Scrawling. You know that song, right?
Not yet.
You're my talking about big boy there. You know the
Alimaya
song.
I've heard it, but it really
didn't
some of these songs I
register.
hear
All
and
right, let me go back.
I
Let me
just
go. Let
leave
me go.
them
Let
one
me go
side.
back to that song. It's song that everybody knows.
Yes,
Paula
please.
Donna left me. My God, she dressed hole, and everybody know that song,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
of course, that's a classic.
Everybody know that song. That song was made popular by us
Mm-hmm.
Barbadians.
Yeah, the people,
Yes.
yeah,
Understand?
by the people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
People made that popular.
Right.
Now it was Contour, right? I think it was Contour, right? Or Palm Wish, right?
Yeah,
It's
Yes.
Contour.
on, yeah.
I,
Contour. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But the
So
people made
because
all the
we
Contour songs popular.
Yes.
correct. So we
Mm-hmm.
made that popular. That made the world believe Contour and that song is the best thing can out of Barbados, right?
All right. If you say
Yeah,
so.
Because
yeah.
because we made it popular.
At that point in time, but
Correct. Now the rest of the world, this is story now. He got a bookings in Canada.
Yes, I remember.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
going to Canada to perform the song.
War song.
Yeah, that's all it takes. It's just need
One
one
song.
song. One
Yes.
song. Doesn't matter what it
Mm-hmm.
is. Once it good, it good. But
one
once the
song,
people say it good, it good.
Right.
He got up there,
Mm-hmm.
totally destroyed the song, was drunk,
Oh
couldn't
Lord.
sing nothing properly.
Oh dear.
And you know what the people said?
Mm.
Is this what Barbados got to offer? Is this the
Yes.
best Barbados got to offer?
What a
So
thing.
you see where the problem starts.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
You
find out
see,
that yeah, but with what you're saying there though, I find that
mhm,
when you're in your bubble, which is let's say Barbados, right?
mhm,
And you start out a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
By the time let's say you write this song and it done well
Mm-hmm.
in Barbados, and then you get booking outside, let's say Canada, US, wherever.
uh-huh.
By the time when you hit that bright light, is you see a whole different person, whole different like
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
never had
Yeah.
this before. I just
Yeah.
struggling about there trying to get $1, working hotel and thing.
Mhm,
Barely anybody coming to listen to me, and they gotta be getting at Smokies or Blinkies or something to get money. You know what I mean? I know on this grand scale where everything like easy access.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
mhm,
You give me
Uh-huh.
this, shoot some money to come and play at this venue.
mhm.
Whereas in Barbados, even at the biggest venue, I wasn't even getting that amount of cash.
Yeah.
You
But
Yeah.
understand?
the thing is,
So
it's not
that's my
cash
thing.
I'm
That's my
talking
thing. When you
about.
get the grand scale, if your head is not in the right place, when you get
Right.
the
Mhm,
grand scale, then you roll off the wagon. So my thing with
Right.
Contour was when he get that grand scale, it was like got drinks
Well,
galore, You understand?
Yeah,
And that's
like you
what you're
say,
saying about, because you're coming from Barbados, where what it majority of the crop over songs is about rum.
yes.
You have sanctuary song, somebody come and pick me up, yeah, or I
Mm-hmm.
come who coming up to drink. You understand what I
Yeah,
mean? So you
yeah.
get a stage where that's the majority of the push. You
Mm-hmm.
expect to go there
Well,
and live it up
okay,
and burn
uh,
yourself.
Ali, Philip wanted to add to what you were saying. Go ahead,
what I'm
Philip.
saying is, it is not about the alcohol. It's not about what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
It is his ability and
Right.
what we're taking and making. So basically, the world is saying Rihanna is the best vocalist and the best thing that ever happened to the entertainment scene in Barbados. Is
No,
that
no,
true?
no, 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 no,
Is
no.
that true?
I disagree.
We
I
all
disagree.
disagree. Because
I
if
disagree.
Rihanna did not become recognized as an international star, where would she be right now? Would she be a
Still
singer?
here. Still here. She won't
But
be
would
no
she be on
singer.
the scene singing?
No, 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 no. I don't think so.
Probably not. We don't know.
I don't think
You know
so.
what I'm saying?
I
So
don't
the
think so.
thing is not what you're singing about, because the same Sanctuary, he's a great singer. You can
Yeah.
take Sanctuary anywhere, he can represent Barbados. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
He has the
Yeah.
ability to get up there and deliver. My thing
Right.
is not what you're singing, is what we are making. We are making stuff with people that cannot handle it, in the sense of you do not have the skill vocally, you do not
Yes.
have, you know what I'm saying? You can't support it. We made you popular. Where is he now? Where is Contour now? I begin he dollars in the car park.
Mm.
Not saying that it is his circumstances is bad. I understand, but that is what we chose
Yes.
to make popular. For example, there's got this young boy, Makitone. Makitone,
Yeah,
go and follow
boy.
him on Instagram.
Mm.
Correct.
Who's
He made
Makitone?
Makitone
Sorry.
popular.
I
But
don't
you
know who's
want
Maki.
Makitone to go and represent Barbados on an international scale.
I don't know. I don't know him. Sorry. I don't know. I
Nah,
Would
don't
you?
know.
nope, nope,
Why
nope,
not?
nope.
Why not?
Why
Because
not?
we made
Because
him popular.
he ain't got he just don't have it.
But we
He
but we
just don't
made
have it.
him we made him
Popular.
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not me.
You
When
understand?
I heard
I don't know him.
when I
I don't
first
know him.
heard that when I first heard that he was getting this music video, Frank called me and tell me, no man, he won't get this music video. I
Okay.
was surprised when I see it with Charlie Carts and the women and Charlie Carts and thing. Don't get me
Oh my
wrong. I
gosh.
mean the song is catchy. Don't get me wrong. The song is catchy. But by the time you
Mm-hmm.
hear it, you just want to sing that part. We going in, you want to sing that part, right? So I mean,
Not.
but I understand what you're saying that the the Asian people who make these things popular.
But then they make the wrong choices in the type of
Not
music that they want to
okay.
put out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Some,
But the
not
thing
all the
is,
time.
But
there's
so then
nothing
what they
wrong.
Hold
say,
on a minute, Alamayo. Hold on a minute.
uh,
Go ahead, Philip.
what I'm saying is nothing wrong with liking the Makitones and the contones and stuff. But you gotta
Mm-hmm.
put them in a context. You gotta say, well, these men in this category. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? For
Mm.
example, you ever heard of Marissa Lindsay?
Yes.
A
yes,
She was
phenomenal singer.
jazz. She was jazz.
Phenomenal.
She
I mean,
can
shut no
sing.
faces when she
Oh,
opened for some of the
definitely.
best singers
Now,
and
now,
got
Philip,
more response than the headliner.
but you are calling a name
correct.
that
I agree.
I
I agree.
would go to listen to.
But you see, but
There's something different there.
Rihanna can't even come close. Betty Griffith, you understand?
Oh,
We got
oh,
phenomenal female singers in Barbados,
yeah,
you know,
definitely,
and
definitely, definitely.
the boy don't check for them.
Yeah,
They may
but
got a
that's
big following,
but that's
you know.
where our program highlights. We want to highlight those individuals. Now,
You
mind you,
understand?
you may be talking about the contones and the what's it, Mackie-tone or whatever. Sorry.
Uh,
Um, I'm not going to say they didn't contribute to the music industry. They
they
would
do.
have.
They did. They
They,
did.
they would have. However,
Mm.
what they have to realize that you still have to become a legacy in your life along the way of entertainment, especially in music. And
Yeah.
as you said, you might be able to do pottery, woodwork, metalwork,
Well,
whatever,
yeah.
welding. But at the end of the day, you would have created a character for yourself. You would have done something positive. There's nothing wrong with the music industry. It is what you make of it. Now, I grew up with Andy Blood, Andy
Yes.
Armstrong, and I watched him as a little girl grow up in that industry. And I mean, he was always a gentleman, a young, polite individual. I mean, I can't say anything negative about him. I'm just using him as an example in the sense that he has grown his music business, not only as a singer, but also as a producer and a writer. And
Correct.
from the time I've known myself, he's always been in that. However, they have been, quote unquote, square one to the world. They have gone all over the place and they have made a name for themselves positively. So that you can go and call them again to represent Barbados then.
Of course.
They can call a Philip Seven to represent Barbados. But
Correct.
I
Because
don't know if
Edwin
it's,
from Crossfire.
yeah. And I don't know if it is that they have been misguided in the industry in that manner. In that, yes, as you said, you started little by little. You started not getting paid, and then when you were called and you went on to something else, you became part of a band. You were learning how to grow within this music industry at the same time.
Correct.
So while you did that, you realized, oh, I might have a niche market in something somewhere in here, and then you
Mm.
built a love for it because heaven forbid that might not have been what you wanted to do anyhow.
True.
Maybe not. You, as you said, you're a good chef. Never knew if you wanted to be a chef, a welder. You might make beautiful gates with lovely designs. You don't know. But the point is, you found a positive way in building your character positively. Now,
Mm.
it says that you also listen to people like Brian McKnight and Stevie Wonder. Now
Yeah, boy.
listen to the people I call in, people in my time, my era.
But I
And
like the newer stuff too. So I listen to a wide range.
yeah, me too.
Mm.
But it shows that you built your certain foundation from something. You see,
Mm.
you not that you would want to be like them, but you took pieces of them in your growth in music.
In my growth, yeah.
So it shows that you understood what it was that you wanted to do. You realized where you wanted to go. So, that's where a lot of the young folks may not be able to grasp easily because they're looking to make
But
a quick buck fast,
mm,
you know.
but I'd be very honest with you too. A lot of it was I made a lot of mistakes not knowing where the hell what the hell I doing or where I going to as well. So it was a lot of shooting in the dark. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
um I would have never believed I would write soca music, but I'm doing
yes,
it because of circumstances, time, and I trying to think. I never
yes.
believe I'll be into rock or reggae. I went to
Mm-hmm,
Jamaica and recorded 5 songs in 5 days. Record 5 songs in 5 days. I was on many rhythms before certain people. Um,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
thing is, I trying to think. I don't know if it can work or not. I just trying
Right,
to think. But
right.
that's what life is. You try to think. You don't know. Check Cass. I can tell you the history of Cass. Cass was an alternative rock singer as well.
Oh, I love
And
him.
Yeah, yeah, he
he used to
was.
play
He
Hard
was.
Nights, Warriors Night. He banned back in the day.
Yeah,
Raymond D, those guys know Cass
yeah,
well. And then
yes,
Cass came up with what this, and he's a soca artist now, Cass the band.
yes.
So, you know, you don't know where your career is going to take you. Big E, Peter Ram, Little Rick, a lot of them was into reggae. Same Skinny Fabulous, Bungie Garlin, all those were reggae artists,
Mm-hmm,
hardcore
mm-hmm.
reggae artists. Now they're
Now,
hardcore soca artists. So
now,
you basically how it works for you. You're as an artist, you're still trying to figure out what works, what catches. So you may
yes,
start one way, but you might end up far from where you began because your journey took so many different valleys and hills and then a guarantee that you will make it. Like for example,
yes.
Beautiful Surprise. It was
Mm-hmm.
not designed to be a hit.
Right. But now you're
It
hitting
was
it.
not.
Now you're hitting it.
It
Let us
was. It
remind
was
the folks that this was a 2008 winner.
correct.
Oh, oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, yeah. Woke up today, my life has changed. Suddenly nothing is
And let me
missing.
tell you, you had a lot of people requesting this song at weddings.
There you go. It was a big, yeah. I still sing it to this day. I sang it to last week Saturday at a wedding.
So let me ask you, did you write this particular song?
No, this song was written by a Canadian songwriter, and it
Wow.
was produced by Derek Bryn. He's another
Hmm.
Canadian. He's a producer. We did it at Juiz, which is Gary Soros studio in Barbados. So I
Wow.
did not write
I,
the song.
I don't know how many persons at school sang this song. There wasn't nobody who was not singing this song.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
love this song. You
But
know,
the reason it became such a big thing because they thought I was an international artist. They didn't know who I was. When it came up with Brandon Phillips 7, I released this video. They thought I was some international artist or something like that. And
but
then the
you
big thing was
are.
like, but the thing is, like, he's local, and people were like, nah, he's not. But I got into an argument a night where I sang the song, and this guy told me, your Bajan artists need to stop singing people's songs and sing your own tunes.
What? Where he was
The man
living
told me
in
that you
Barbados?
need to sing your own music and stop singing people's things. The men at the bar told him, that's the man singing the song. The man said, nah, that's an international artist. And it was a big argument. The man said, nah. The man was adamant that that was not me. And that's when the song
Wow.
became a big thing. And
Mhm.
well, I mean, I thank God every day that I was lucky enough to have a song that everybody knows. But the other side of it now, I produced tons of music and
Yes.
nobody don't know it. Because this song was so big, it cast a shadow on everything else I did.
So what
And
about this
not the
one?
huh?
There's another one.
Space and time, yeah. And this song was written by, believe it or not, Tony Hoyers.
Really?
Yeah,
Life passes
Tony
by.
Hoyers.
It's hard to define
He wrote this song.
where me and you
And it's a
are
beautiful song.
going.
It's a very, very beautiful song. He was a musician back in his day, you know. But obviously, he's more prominent as a businessman and musician. But he plays guitar and writes music. He's a songwriter. Yeah. A lot of people
Wow.
don't know that, but yeah.
That's what he was.
I I think this does make you an international star because the type of music that was produced, I want to say it's soothing. I don't want to say it was more here on the White People Station, but just hearing it alone reminds me of driving on the I-95. And if you close your eyes and hear the song, it doesn't sound like you. I'm serious.
That's what I'm talking about in the radio stations. Mix the international artists with the local artists and don't tell anybody. Just play the
Yeah,
music. So that when
yeah,
people
Yeah, yeah.
hear it, you can't tell or differentiate what is local and what is not. I
yeah,
find the radio station just always have this thing of local vocals or local tunes.
yeah,
You don't have to mention that. Play the song and rotate it.
yes,
Eventually people will like the music and
yeah.
request it, not knowing who the artist is or if they're local
But
or
this
not. They
this
just
particular
like the
song,
music.
this here should be playing on the radio. I've never heard it
It
on the
does.
radio.
But
It
no,
does.
I gotta be listening to the
I
wrong
can't hear you.
station.
Oh, you're
I gotta be listening to the wrong
it's
station. I'm serious.
no man.
Now go ahead, Alamayu.
This is you know the
I I'm losing you, I'm losing you,
yeah, very
Alamayu.
losing you. Can't hear you properly.
no I'm saying that this would be a
Uh
song that maybe played on 96.9 because you know they
huh.
tend to play the alternative type music and
Wow.
so on
Yeah,
other with the
yeah,
station, you understand?
Okay.
Because I just think those alternative and rocky type music in Barbados today, you know what I mean? That's like a needle in a haystack, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got
I would
Vengeance
agree.
definitely.
Falls. Yeah, they got Vengeance Falls and they're doing their thing, representing
Mhm.
Barbados as the best rock
Uh-huh.
band in Barbados. But I mean, besides them, you know, that's why I was
Oh,
going to ask you if you're still into that type of if you still perform that type of music or that has
hell
been put
yeah.
to bed.
Hell yeah. Dude, I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
rock will always
I
be
just wondered
one
because
of the first
local connection is a big thing also. So because the main push from you, so I was just wondering if you're still
No,
dealing
no,
with.
no. I mean, I do soca because people love soca and the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
but I love rock music. I just did something for the NCF, which I did a live performance,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called The Journey. And I should have sent that to you and let you see it. It's a journey where I went through all the genres from the time Masala started. We started in 2006
Mm-hmm.
and through the musical journey of the band. And we started with rock music. We
Right.
started with the rock music and we ended with soca. So it was so you get a piece of everything in between there and the versatility. So I did originals, I did every single thing. Yeah, man. So
That's good,
again,
man. That's good, man.
yeah, and I'm
Excellent.
now working on a project where these guys asked me to be a part of it, a rock thing. We're taking
Mm-hmm.
local music
Mm-hmm.
and making it a rock song. And my song is Riots in the Land.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I can
Okay.
see that one working. I can see that one
Yeah,
working.
Okay.
and I talked to Gabby. I called him. I got the song, I got the lyrics, and he's very interested in hearing the end product. But I really want to get him a part of it, so I want him to sing with me. So it'd be two versions. And if you listen to the
Mm-hmm.
song, it's about the riots in Barbados. You know, where the slaves rebelled, and
Yes.
and right now how he has it structured the lyrics, I'm like, well, nothing really changed. So in like one of his verses, he said it was in 1937. Um, it seems like the land was ruled by Satan. Police shooting people in the head, and then I add in a verse, which is my point of view: 9 whole minutes near your neck.
Oh
So
Lord.
what really changed, you know? So I'm putting that into a rock song.
I was
Yeah, we
here looking. I was here, as they would say, looking for.
Oh, that's my reggae thing now.
Anything you want me to do.
Yeah, and another thing too, when I do videos, I'm not no girls walking up, bumping in the screen. I'm not really that type of guy. Not saying I won't do it. Not saying I won't do it. I mean, it all depends on what I'm singing. If I had to do a music video to bend your back, obviously, you know. But I always believe in deeper thought, making you think. So in
Mm-hmm.
this song, it's looking for. What am I looking for? So the
Yes.
idea of it is that that's my bride to be, but she died. But I still had her a part of me. So it was deep. It's a deep thinking video. It's not that straightforward,
But
and I
I
love doing
think,
yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah, I think for you, you have, I don't know, there's an exceptional difference to you. Even as you say, you've done all of the genres, but you've diversified a bit in certain areas. You're smooth, molasses kind of thing. Um, yes, Philip laughing. No, I'm serious. The way how you bring out a particular song, how you sing it, how you perform it, there's distinctly something different
Mm.
to how you come across with your music as an
Oh,
entertainer.
well,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, I think you deserve that. You used the word earlier. Your repertoire is
My
very
repertoire.
different. It's very
But
smooth. So even if you perform the hype music, the calypsos, the rock and stuff, you have still diversified. And I think a
yeah,
lot of the older entertainers, and I say older, like the same John Kings, would see that
um, yeah,
because you're unique in your own way, and there's nobody that can be Philip Seven at all.
it's, it's
You
true.
know. So
One
I have to
one of the
say,
things
go ahead.
one of the things that I was going to tell you that believe it or not, I had vocal training. I had to go to vocal training, and that's the
Hmm.
foundation of my art form. So
Right.
no matter what you sing, that is your foundation. If you don't have that, that's where most singers and entertainers run into problems.
Hmm.
And in
Hmm.
the vocal training, you have to learn on how to act the song. For
Yes.
example, you can sing.
Hmm.
Everybody knows. All right, let me simple
In my
example.
in
Everybody
my
knows the
shower,
national
in my
anthem, right?
shower,
in your short. Everybody knows the national anthem. Anybody can sing. Any Barbadian can sing the anthem, right?
Yes.
So most people sing the anthem in plenty and in time of need when this fair land was young. Correct.
Yes.
I was in key. I was everything. I was had the melody right. Does that sound good? It sounds good. It's okay.
Yes.
But is that singing?
Yeah.
Versus in plenty and in time of need.
Woohoo!
And the fair land
Yeah, but
was
But
young.
that's
you
yeah.
want to give people goosebumps.
Yeah.
So
We don't, but we don't want it to get like the Star Spangled Banner, Philip.
but you understand what
Because
I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
but
I
does
understand.
not
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're
does
saying. Because
like a spectacle.
that's a different debate, though, because I can tell you a lot of people don't even know the national anthem.
I'm just saying that when you hear the Star Spangled Banner, is like that's a special performance where the people put in all the different runs and all the different high notes, trying to see who can sing it better, and then there's this conversation: who sung it better? Whitney Houston, this body, this body.
But I did that to show you there are different ways to sing. There are different ways to present yourself. There are different tones. Like I can sing, and they can sing, You put it in different places. You got labial you got nasal, you got throat, you got diaphragm. You got to know. You got to know where to put what, how, when. You know, it becomes very technical, and that only happens with vocal training. And you know how long to hold your breath. You know how to sing. Like for example, if I want to sing "I love you," I cannot come and sing "I love you." You know, it doesn't work. I gotta come and sing "I love you." You know, you got to give that feeling.
I told you he has a unique voice, a unique performance. No, before I forget, I'm not as young as you. I'm not as young as you, Alamayu. Hold up, you know my brain. How is it for you in your job with Crocova being absent since last year to now?
Well, it doesn't really affect me per se because again, I contribute to the craft. I will release vocal songs, maybe one, depends on what I'm doing, and it gets a little airplay, but I'm not up there in the top 10 or the top 20. You know what I'm saying? Like you are not run up there to sit here with the next soca song. Because you know, people more go with the Biggie Iries and you know the Peter Rans and the Lil Rick and the Edwin here, the usual suspects. You understand? They be waiting for those people first to come up with the soca song, and then I can be going in the back struggling. You know.
So listen, when you have now you earlier in the conversation you mentioned Pyramid, which I know is the actual company that is your managing company for most of you. As you said, you have Skinny Fabulous, you've got Biggie Irie, Ed, Lil Rick, Peter Ram. Quite a few on their plate, really.
I got a few more in there,
What's it like? Well, if I'm correct, that is still managed or owned by the present Honorable Sancha Bradshaw.
But she
I didn't know she was into music.
She was the first female, the first manager in Barbados. Because Lyric was just giving away his craft.
Yes.
And he was had a huge following, but he wasn't getting paid. When the time Sanjay started managing Lyric became the most prominent and most well-paid entertainer in Barbados, and still is today.
Right. So do they look at the type of music y'all would market separately and promote you within that market?
Yeah, or but again, marketing is a very, very hard thing. Like I said, two sides of the coin. Where soca's eat the market because we're all soca here in Barbados and the Caribbean. So for the time your song get popular, boom, 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 people calling the management to get gigs. So they be handling the gigs, the bookings, blah, blah, blah. With me now, I'm outside of that realm. So it's a little
Right.
difficult. So, and you got to put in a little more work. You know, you got to go and seek. You got to go and do
Mm,
research. You know, you got to put me in
mm,
the right place. It,
right.
it becomes a
Right.
totally different game in me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a little strange. It's a little strange. And then I'm really diverse. And so the problem is a lot to the business. They want you to have an identity. That means you're either a reggae artist, soca artist, pop artist, rock artist. You must have a title. But then for you to survive, you gotta be diverse.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yeah.
a weird dynamic. All of
Yeah.
those artists that continue to perform, like Madonna, you know, that she reinvents herself. So she come
Mm-hmm.
back in a different genre and creating this and creating that. You have to be diverse. When you listen to American Idol or The
Yeah.
Voice,
Yeah.
they want diversity. You
Yeah.
can't just come and sing one thing to throw you on the bus, use a rapper or sing a country western song. You know,
Mm,
that diversity is what keeps you alive. But in the
mm-hmm.
interim, they must put you in a bracket. You gotta be put in a bracket.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't fall in none of those brackets, unfortunately.
Well, none of them.
So
So,
what about Masala? Is that still an active band?
Yeah, we meet together from 2006. This year was like 15 years, 16 years that we were together. We're still
Mhm.
together. I've changed in that period of time. I've changed two members, two
Right.
in 16
Right.
years.
Right.
And they were all guitarists. I know I got them with guitarists. Guitarists don't like me, I know.
So has Masala been performing during the pandemic or will be
Yes, we did
performing
that one thing for
2021?
NCF. We did
Mm-hmm.
just that one thing for NCF.
Mm-hmm.
We had started back Harbor Lights because we work at Harbor Lights for their floor show, which is a phenomenal floor show. I think every BHS should go and see it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then obviously over the shutdowns and the lockdowns, well, we're
Yeah.
not able to play anywhere. You know, it's
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
difficult for artists right now in the pandemic because we're the
Definitely.
first thing to go and the last thing to come
Yes.
back.
Well,
Yeah.
I know I'm from the travel, so I can tell you it's a bit, difficult. But what advice would you give any young person present day
Uh,
that are looking to get into this industry?
it is hard. It is extremely hard.
Mm-hmm.
We musicians were talking about it. You have men like Peter Rand that have been doing this from Big Area from 1985, you know, or
Mm-hmm.
probably earlier than that. And you
Mm-hmm.
got artists that started in 2010
Mm-hmm.
and they're all in the same place.
Yes. Yes.
It is it
Yes.
is
yeah,
it is
I can never
ridiculously
do that.
hard.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you must love it. It is something that you have to have in your heart as a love because it can break you and it can break you seriously. It sometimes I feel I'm broken from it. I mean, I've been part of some stuff where I said it down with this. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
I've been at gigs in Barbados where they asked me to perform. I came, I sang, and the crowd walk away.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
walk from in front of the stage. I
Yeah.
mean, and stoops and just walk away. And
Yeah.
then
That's very hard.
my boy Bling, which I did a play for, will come and play the song, and the man got pull it up 5 and 6 times. And you
Mm.
just had me there singing the song. It is a sometimes it's a heartbreaking thing when your people don't like you. They respect the song,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't
Mm-hmm.
care about the art. And the
Yeah.
song would not be the song unless the artist sang it. But
That's right.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you get that feeling, and it's very disheartening. And what's even worse, when you travel, I've traveled a lot. Before you even get on the stage, people freaking out and just can't wait to hear you, and they don't care what you say. Once you there, you getting the most amount of love. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, how come I can get love for somebody that don't even know me at home? They know me and just can't be
Yeah.
bothered,
Yeah. Yeah.
cannot be bothered.
It's
But I
very, very hard.
another artist, which another thing I would love to happen, where I find there's a disconnection between the older artists and the younger artists. You know, the older ones saying, "I put in my work, so you gotta put in yours," and the younger ones saying, "We're not thinking old school. We got the internet here, so we ain't gotta do what you doing. but there's a disconnect where the younger artists can learn from the older guys, and the older guys can learn from the younger guys and depart knowledge. I mean, share your knowledge, and we don't do that. There's no forum where you can sit down and share knowledge and show the younger people where you can do certain things, and the younger people show the older people where you can benefit from certain things. And again, but life ain't that easy and that simple, you know. There's always gray, enough gray. So all you can do is try your best, stay focused, do what you love, believe in it. Sometimes others might not, you know. You gotta see the benefits of it. You gotta look at integrity for yourself, because again, you cannot stay young. So but you could sing about bumpers from now to 60. After 60, no more you sing about bumper no more. I mean, really? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at where you're going, how you can get there. And you know, it's cool to be of the time, but like you said, as time goes on, what's gonna happen? What you can do? Your audience can get old. Your audience cannot stand 20.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
And then
You can't
the
roll them
audience,
bumpers
your audience gonna
anymore.
love you when you were 20. When they turn 30, the 20s are not like you. The 20s gonna like you somebody else. So the 30s have got you as nostalgic. But
Yeah.
again, when you get 30 or 40, they can't jump down the bumper like how they used to jump down the 20. So you know, it is a funny thing.
Oh my
As a, you
God.
know, but with time change, they gotta adapt. They gotta change with times. Like Jay-Z, when Jay-Z was rapping when he was a young age, he talked with the bling bling, he talked with the money, he talked with the gangster. And then as he grew older, he started talking about 99 problems, you know, he started talking about the children, start singing
Yeah.
about, you know, he changed,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
he changed.
I am so glad, Philip, that we had this opportunity this morning. And
You-
Yeah.
for the girls, somebody just said in the message, dang, this guy can really sing. He needs more exposure. And that's somebody all the way in Canada. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And they also
Thank you.
pointed out that you are correct in diversity. And
Philip
a
must
quote for
be close to
you,
each other. He can't.
a quote for you was, there's a
Oh,
saying, a king is never crowned in his own country.
wow, true,
So
true.
before we go, and I'm sure her name is Yvette Cadogan, I'm sure she's watching, give
Okay.
her that little bit of beautiful surprise before we go.
Oh, but should I get my guitar and do it?
If you want to get your guitar, get your
Right, I want to get
guitar.
my guitar.
Get your guitar. And we have him live with us this
And
morning,
direct.
Philip
Live and direct.
Scanterbury, known as Philip 7. Live and direct here, as Alimayu said, on Keeping It Real with Mary and Lionel. As we spoke earlier, Lionel does have some technical issues with his sister. So, of course, we have our other co-host,
Hey,
Phil
I'm back.
Alimayu. And he's back.
Yeah.
And he's going to give us a little pressy before we go.
So can you hear it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Loud and
Yeah,
clear. Go ahead.
You
All
can hear
right.
it loud.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Woke up today. My life has changed. Suddenly nothing was missing. I just can't explain. Sun shower rain comes when you least expect it. But now I know the time will show the things that you believe. Now I knew that day would come. Found someone to share my life. What a beautiful surprise waiting on my life. Something right. I am by my side. What a beautiful surprise.
my God. That was beautiful, Philip. Beautiful. And I'm sure that Yvette is crying. And
And thank
thank
you. I haven't
you.
sang in a while. Like, I miss it. I haven't done
No,
anything.
no,
Playing
no, no.
guitar. You
Anytime,
know.
anytime. And I'm sure
So
that you
All right.
wait,
enjoyed
Mr.
your
Philip,
time with us.
concert?
What you said,
Pardon me?
Almayu?
No virtual concert, Mr. Philip. No, I mean,
I mean, I
like
could. I
all the
could. I mean, I could
are
do all kinds of things.
right. So
Listen, listen
I
to
mean,
me.
I can play all kind of stuff,
We
you
have
know.
taken up the time of Mr. Scantleberry.
are you
And we must also note on our show, we give our
Mhm.
accolades to our guests. And we want to
Okay.
note that we remember you while you are alive. We appreciate you while you are here with us. And we commend
Thank
you
you.
continuously and will always continue to pray for you on your musical journey, all of the other journeys as well. But we want you to
Thank you
know
very much.
that you are our own star in Barbados on Keeping It Real with Marie and Lionel. You're just as important as any other individual who comes on, and we appreciate what you have done and you continue to give of service. We want to
Thank you
say
very
God
much. I will.
continue to bless you, keep positive, and we know that you will go as far as the stars can see you. Now, we want the folks to remember when you follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, and click that little notification so that when you want to join us on Mondays that you can. We have, however, to advise that we have a special edition this evening with the Honorable John Andrew King, MP, who a lot of us know as Johnny Maboy or John King,
Hey,
who will be joining us
Mhm.
at 6 p.m. this evening. So, folks,
nice.
join us 6 p.m. The Honorable, I have to remember, John A.
Yeah.
King, MP. He will be with us this evening at 6 p.m. So, folks, we love you. We love you, Philip. Enjoy
Thank
it.
you for having me. All right.
Thank you, and continue to be safe. Folks, remember,
You too.
keeping it real with Lionel, with Mary and Lionel. Bye, folks.